welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to play the guitar solo from the classic Steely Dan song, Rikki, Don't Lose That Number. Now before I start breaking it down note by note, I'm going to play the entire solo for you slowly. That way the more advanced players can get through this more quickly, and the rest of you can come back and practice along when you're ready. Alright, let's jump on into it. Alright, section 1 goes like this at normal and then slow speed. So we're going to break it up into a couple of boxes. The first one, we play this. So you're going to bend up at the 15th fret of the B string, bring it back down and then pull off to 12. And then bend up at the 15th fret again, give it some vibrato. And then a little string scratch on the G string. Then in the second box, we play this. So we're going to bend up at the 14th fret of the G string, bring it back down and pull off to 12. And then 14th fret of G again, bend up, wide vibrato, followed by a little string scratch. Here's that second box again a couple times. Then in the third box we play this. So we're going to bend up at the 11th fret of the G string, bring it back down, pull off to 9. And then 11th fret of G, bend up, a full step, vibrato. Alright, let's tie all that together and play section 1 at normal and then slow speed. Alright, let's move on to section 2. Alright, here's section 2 at normal and then slow speed. So in the first box, we're going to play this. So we're going to start with a little string scratch on the G string, followed by a bend up at the 14th fret of the G, and then 12B, 14B. So far. Then 15th fret of B, pull off to 12, and then 15th of the high E, bend up a half step, and then 12 of high E. Here's that box again, slowly. Then in the second box, we play this. So we're going to play 15 of G, pull off to 14, pull off to 12. And then 14G followed by a string scratch on G. Now with that string scratch, you can replace that if you want with like 12th fret of G or whatever, but to my ear it sounds like a string scratch. And then 12th fret of G, bend up a half step, 14th fret of D, vibrato. Here's that second box again, slowly. Let's tie both of those sections together and play section 2 at normal and then slow speed. Alright, let's move to section 3. Here's section 3 at normal and then slow speed. it up into two boxes, and in the first one we play this. So we're going to bend up on the 14th fret of the G string, hold it for a tiny bit, and then a string scratch on the G string, followed by 14th fret of D vibrato. Now if you want, and I've seen people do this and I've seen it tab this way, not that tabs are always right, you can replace the string scratch with the 12th fret of the G like this. Okay, either way you should be fine, but to me it sounds like a string scratch. All right, the second box goes like this, slowly. So we're going to start with a little string scratch. Then we're going to bend up on the 14th fret of the G string, bend it up a full step, and we're going to hold it as we play the next, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes before hitting it and coming back down. Okay, so you're going to bend up on the 14th fret, and as you're holding it, you're going to play 15 of B, 14G, 15B, 14G, 15B, 14G. Let's play that so far. Then you're going to play, as you're still holding that 14th fret note, you're going to play 12th fret of high E, followed by 15 of B. Now you can see I don't shift my index finger down there to play that 12th fret high E note. I just take my finger that's already playing or positioned at the 12th fret area down onto it. Okay, and then after you bring that 14th fret bend back down, you're going to play the 12th fret of G vibrato, pull off to open. Let me play that second box again slowly. Okay, let's tie both of those parts together and play section 3 one more time at normal and then slow speed. All right, let's move on to section 4. Here's section 4 at normal and then slow speed. So we're going to break it up into 3 boxes, and in the first one we play this. So we're going to bend up at the 5th fret of the G string and apply vibrato. And then 6B, 3 high E, and then another 5th fret of G string bend up with vibrato. Here's that box again, slowly. Then in the second box we play this. So it's 3rd fret of B twice. The second time you can see there's a little ghost note, open G. That's kind of an accidental sounding of the note. Like I don't think he was intentionally going for that note, it just kind of sounded. Whatever, you can leave it in or out. And then 5th fret of G, bend up a full step, vibrato. Then in the third box we do this. So it's 3rd fret of G, followed by 5th fret of A, and then 3rd fret of D, vibrato. All right, let's tie all those parts together and play this section one more time at normal and then slow speed. All right, let's move on to section 5. All right, here's section 5 at normal and then slow speed. So let's break that one up into 2 boxes. The first one we do this. Now typically people play this part a little bit differently because they all tend to be going back to the same tabs or tabs that were based on some tab someone wrote years ago that was slightly off. I'll show you how most people play it, but here's what I do. So first you're going to have a little string scratch on G and B. Then you're going to play 6 on D, 4 on G, 4 on B. Slide that up to 7, 5, 5. And then 2 more times. Okay. And then you're going to play that chord again, but then you're going to hammer on to the 8th fret of the B string. So far. Then we're going to play 5 on G, 8 on B, 3 more times. And then pulling off the 8th fret of B to the 5th fret on the 3rd time, okay? Okay. Let's play that first box again, slowly. All right, now I'm going to show you the alternate way of playing that first box. And this is the way most people do it because I think they're going back to the same tabs or tabs that have the same origin. And it's the same thing that I'm doing in box 1 without anything on the D string, okay? Like this. And I knew there was something missing from that. I could hear something else going on, a little overtone. So I watched a ton of performances of the original guitar player, Junk Skunk Baxter, who performed the lead, doing it live. And I could see he was doing that chord movement. Again, you could leave out that D string note if you want, if it's too difficult, or if you just like the way it sounds without it, but that's the actual way to do it. Then in the second box, we're going to do this. So first we've got some string scratches, and then we're going to play 7th fret of D, quickly slide to the 9th fret, and then 7, 9 on G, followed by 9 on D vibrato. All right, let's tie both of those together and play this section one more time at normal and then slow speed. All right, let's move on to section 6. All right, here's section 6 at normal and then slow speed. So we're going to break it up into 2 boxes, and the first one goes like this, slowly. So we're going to start with the 9th fret of the D, quickly slide down to 7, and then 5, 7, D, and then 7 on A, 5, 5 on D, 7, 5, 7 on D, 5, 7, A, and then low E. Give it a little snap. Here's that first box again at normal and then slow speed. Then the second box, we're going to do this. So it's 7th fret of the G, and you're doing a trill, so you're hammering onto the 9th fret quickly. And you can see I pick it twice, okay? If you listen very closely to the original, a lot of people miss that. It's almost like the second pick was much lighter. So just practice with the dynamics there, okay? Let's tie both of these parts together and play this section one more time at normal and then slow speed. All right, let's keep moving. All right, here's section 7 at normal and then slow speed. All right, so the first box goes like this, slowly. All right, so we're going to start with the 10th fret of the B and the 10th fret of the high E. Quickly slide up to the 12th fret. Then we're going to play 9th of G, 10 of B. Quickly slide to 11 and 12. So far. Then we're going to play 7 of D, 7 of G. Quickly hammer on to 9 of D. And then 7D, 7G. Here's Here's box 1 again, slowly. Right, the second box goes like this, slowly. Now in box 2, there are actually 2 ways you can play this part, and one of them, the one I'm about to show you, is the way that you'll see Junk Skunk Baxter play it live. I'll show you the alternate way here in a minute that a lot of people do it. But we're going to play 14th of D, 14th of G, quickly hammer on to 16th of D, and then 14D, 14G. Then we're going to play 14 of A, 14 of D, quickly hammer on to the 17 of A. And then 14A, 14D, quickly hammer on to 16 of A. Okay? And then 14D, 14G. And then 16 of D, 14 of G, pull off the 16th of D to the 14th of G. And then a string scratch. Here's that box 2 again, slowly. Okay, now I'm going to show you the alternate way to play box 2. And this is the way you will typically see it tabbed. And it's the same notes we just played in box 2, but instead of playing it here, we're going to start down here. Okay? When you play it down here, again, same notes, but it's going to have a little bit more of a trebly response than if you play it up here on lower notes. Okay? So we'll start with 9 on G, 10 on B, quickly hammer on to 11 of G, followed by 9 G, 10 B. So far. Then we'll play 9 of D, 9 of G, quickly hammer on to 12 of D, and then 9 of D, 9 of G, quickly hammer on to 11 of D. So far in that second box. Then back to 9G, 10B, followed by 11G, 10B, pull the 11 of G off to 9. And then the scratch. Let me play that again, slowly. Again, it's the same notes as what we had played previously up here. So choose which one sounds better to you. I've been playing it up here in this section because that's what, again, Junk Skunk Baxter does live. And so we'd like to assume that if we see them do it live, they probably did it that way on the record. But it's quite possible that he did play it down here. And then when it came time to play it live, decided, it's a little easier if I do it up here. So choose which one works best for you. All right, here's this section one more time at normal and then slow speed. Let's move on to the final section, section 8. All right, here's section 8 at normal and then slow speed. All right, we're going to break it up into 4 boxes. The first one, we do this. So we're playing 9 of B and 12 of high E, followed by 10 of B and 12 on high E, and then 12 of B, 12 of E. Then in box 2, we play that again. And the timing's a little bit different, right? Here's box 1 and 2 combined. Then in the third box, we play this. So it's 9 on B, 12 on high E, followed by 12 on B, 12 on E. Here's those first 3 boxes again. Then in the final box, we play this. So it's 12 on high E twice, and then 9 on B, slide into 10 with vibrato, but you're going to play that a little bit softer. Oops, that was too soft. Just trying to get the dynamics right. All right, here's this section one more time at normal and then slow speed. All right, that was my lesson on how to play the guitar solo from the classic Steely Dan song, Rikki, Don't Lose That Number. If you found it helpful or informative, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And please hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will attempt to answer them as time allows. Until next time, rock on.